Hey everybody, it's Lionel Richard with a totally random vinyl tag from a galaxy far, far away. Now, a couple of days ago, somebody left a comment on one of these that I did in 2021. And he actually said that he watched Mazzy's response to mine, and then from there he went to mine. I thought, you know what, that's a good idea. I'm going to go ahead and do another one. So this is the totally random vinyl tag from a galaxy far, far away, the 2024 edition. Now, in celebration of the Mind Games Extravaganza box ripoff, the first question is, what is your favorite John Lennon album? And I'm going with Plastic Ono Band. I almost picked Imagine because I have been playing that one. But I thought, let me give this a spin. As soon as Mother played, it was like, nah, this is my favorite. An underrated Lennon album. And I'm going with Into the Sun by Sean Lennon. This is fantastic. It came out in the late 90s. Mid to late 90s. I don't see it. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I think it's before he joined Cibo Matto. And one of those gals, I believe, is on this. But anyways, this is better than any Beatles solo album from, should I say, 1975 on? This is fantastic. Now, it's election time here in the U.S., and with that thought in mind, show an album with an orange man. And I'm going with Eddie Harris, Come On Down. You got the orange man playing sax. Pretty cool album, actually. Show an album with an orange woman. And this is News of the Universe by La Luz. She's pretty orange. Show an album with an orange tongue. Oh, we got Tales of Terror. Fantastic album. This is a reissue. Apparently, the master tapes were thrown away or taped over by one of the disgruntled members of the band. So this is actually cut from a vinyl copy. Fantastic, but I'm told that the originals are even better. Show an album with a Yellow Man. We got Mr. Yellow Man. One of my favorite reggae albums of all time. Show a comp that's kind of an unusual comp. And we got this here, the West Coast Love-In. And it's on Vault Records, I think? Yeah, Vault Records, which kind of popularized or helped popularize the surf phase in the early 60s. It had some jazz artists. But this one consists of the Peanut Butter Conspiracy, the Chambers Brothers, and there's a couple of songs by the Ashes. Now, the Ashes were the Peanut Butter Conspiracy before they changed their name. And the reason this is kind of an unusual, this here, it says Barry Oliver Folk Guitar Workshop Library, number 613, a 2-week return suggested. So this music store had records there you could check out and listen to. And it even has a stand back here, from the library of Barry Oliver. So that's pretty unique. And you would think, man, this probably isn't going to be in very good shape. But it's actually in really, really good shape. I don't think too many people check that record out. Show a record with two dudes listening to records on a turntable. And we got Chimpin' the Blues here. That's supposed to be our Crumb. Here's the turntable back there. And then, since it's our Crumb, it's obviously 78 he's spinning. Okay, this next one was kind of a difficult one for me to answer or find something for. And it's Show a soundtrack album where the album is better than the movie, but the album cover is better than the album. And I'm going with Zartinsky Point. Pretty crappy movie. Pretty good soundtrack, but a fantastic album cover, man. That is fantastic. And this has like 4 songs from the Pink Floyd. It's got excerpt from Dark Star from Grateful Dead. It's got the Kaleidoscope. It's pretty cool. An album where one of the dudes looks like he's been beheaded. And this guy here, man, I always thought, when I first saw that, I go, man, they chopped that guy's head off. But he's actually all depressed. Show an album with an eye on it. And it's Timmy's Organism with Lone Lizard. It's a one-eyed lizard. Pretty frightening. Show an album with a black dude playing guitar in an eye. And we got John Lee Hooker, Madman Blues. Fantastic double album comp. Show an album with an eye and a pyramid on it. And it's Acid Visions, the best of Texas punk and psychedelic. This has got right here, very early Johnny Winter. Fantastic garage, 60s garage. Show an album with 2 eyes on it. And we're going with Star Power by Sonic Youth. And here's a picture of that, but it's kind of like the negative. I can't remember. It's like when you expose it to light, I think it goes. Show an album with 2 eyes that have been gouged with a fingernail and a beheaded man. Well, here's the head floating. There's the eyes with the fingernails. Show an album where someone's actually doing the lights out. We got the illiterates. Guy. Poor guy. Sure, an album with some dude sharing a plate of mush with his dogs. And it's Jack Bruce, his Things We Like. This was actually his first album he recorded after leaving Cream. But it was actually the second one that was released. This is a kind of a jazz album. Well, not kind of. It's a jazz album. And I don't think the record label, that's what they wanted. But it did get released. Show an album with a skeleton drinking a beer and watching TV. That's Social Distortion's first album. And it's Mommy's Little Monster. And it's the only Social Distortion I have. I just can't get into their later stuff, you know? I mean, they had a lot of charisma on stage, man. This dude here, man, the bass player, he had charisma. The only bass player that I've seen that had more charisma than him would be Paul Simeon or whatever for The Clash, and Sandra Ross from the original bass player for Superheroines. Okay, show an album with an amazing lifelike companion. Well, we got Crass with Penis Envy. Show an album with a party gal on the cover. Well, we got Drunken Barrel House Blues by Eden and John's East River String Band. This guy looks quite alarmed. They all look pretty, like they're going, oh no, not again. Show an album, a live album, that you actually were at that gig or you attended. And I'm showing the Misfits at Al's Bar in 1982. And it's rumored you can actually hear me in the background. It's an interesting show. That was the last question, but I'm throwing in a bonus question. This is a question that I answered on the regular vinyl tag, and it's show a record that reminds you of the VC. And I'm showing this. A Monkey with a Microphone. Mustafa Ozink and whatever. Really funky, really cool album, actually. Anyways, take care, everybody. I'm hungry. I'm surprised my stomach didn't make any noises this time. I'm gonna go make me some beans on toast. Take care, everybody.